Hey everybody, Mike with BeeResQ here. Hi. I'm terrible at videos, I know. But anyway, well, there's my company name. Anyway, it's been a while since I've done an update on these hives we're seeing right here. I've got, a dozen of them that have genetics that were developed through a breeding program from a local beekeeper here in the Kansas City area for mite resistance or mite tolerance or something like that. So it's supposed to be able to keep them treatment free. So we're going to do an experiment with them, put them on brand new equipment, brand new foundation, everything. The only thing that is not new is the foundation they came with. The queen and 2 frames of brood went into this equipment, and I'm going to take you with me while I do some quick inspections, if I can keep the camera rolling while I do it. So anyway, one of these days I'll get a GoPro or something and I'll do a better job for you. But this is what you get for right now. So anyway, very good. We're going to blow through it pretty quick. You can see that there's something going on up there, and they have chewed up and done a lot of sugar already. These were about half full a week or so ago. And I'm just going to pull feeders off and see how they look. So there we go. So far so good. And I'm not going to do a mite test on them simply because there's not a ton of bees in here. But I'll tighten up the frames and just make sure they're drawing some new comb. Each one started with 2 frames of brood, and we'll see how they're doing expanding the brood nest and drawing comb. You see they're fairly docile. That's something this particular beekeeper was very proud of. So behavioral traits is something we definitely want to have bred for. But there you go, and there's some flow. So can you see that okay? There we go. And also some syrup and a pretty darn good brood nest. So there you go. That's all I need to see. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that in here. And since it's nice and warm, they've got comb drawn out on the next frame over too. I'm gonna go ahead and push them a little bit, checkerboard them a smidge, let them keep going. So this could be an exceedingly long video if I do this in each one. So for now, since I'm gonna pop them open anyway, let's just take a quick look to get a general feel for the overall population. These guys or gals haven't taken syrup as much. So let's see how they look. Maybe because they haven't needed it, they're getting it from other sources. Similar in population. We'll go to the other side. Please don't dox me if you happen to see my license plate on the old bee truck there. But again, not using a lot of syrup. Population a little bit smaller than the last one. Check it out more later. Once the population's high enough on these that I can justify it, I will be doing mite tests as a baseline and going from there. But similar, all progressing similarly. Let's go to the next pallet. Ooh, that's bright. This one's dry, used up all their syrup, and storing on top of the frame. See that? So we're using it for sure and doing a little more collection than the others. This one's dry. Similar. Some white comb down there. We'll keep going. More. They've used up their syrup like good girls. Really, we're just taking a quick look here, so not doing a full inspection, at least not on video. This one is behaving a little bit differently, but they've fairly consistent, right? Consistent size, consistent population. That's what we want. these gals, I don't know what they're doing up in the feeder, but clearly they found their way in there, so we'll have to look at that later. You're welcome. And they've been at it too. So far so good on the experiment as far as being consistent goes. The brood, the queens, similar amounts of syrup being consumed, except for those two down there. Similar progress, drawing comb. These also have made their way into the feeder, so there's a gap somewhere. Oh, wow, look at that. I've been hitting it hard. Makes me curious to see what else is going on there. We'll come back and checkerboard a little more. Push them a little bit on their expansion. This one's dry as a bone also. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's a little bit left, but not much. And similar growth. So there you go. I'm going to go back and checkerboard a little bit, see if I can push these all into full deeps before winter. And again, we'll do some mite counts and stuff as the population improves.